somewhat live. My background music is not doing much here. I was hoping to put some music on so we could just drive with the music in the background, but I'm having some issues this morning, so that's how that goes. I'm just doing a short ride up here. I've got to go up to Madison this morning, make a couple stops, head back this afternoon, and then get ready for a road trip starting Saturday or Sunday. Not sure which it will be yet. So, kind of waiting to find out. I'll know more tomorrow. So that's the scoop. So I thought I'd... Hey, Hobby Hound, how are you, my friend? How are things out your way? I'm not going to complain about the cold, because I know you have it a lot colder. And this is a short ride today. I'm just driving up to Madison, so I'm about 45 minutes away at the moment. Looking at maybe coming out your way, Hobby. I'm trying to get a hold of one of my clients that has a corporate offices there, so trying to get a few things sorted out with them for the year. So I might end up coming out in your direction. In the meantime, little snow left on the ground. It's 34 degrees. Been a heat wave since I got back in town a few days ago. I would definitely let you know that if I'm coming out, and I'm hoping that you're recovering. Hey, Bert, how are you? Yeah, it's a short trip today, Bert. No long trips until this weekend. Giving myself a 5-day buffer. Then I'm heading back to Maryland on Sunday. So hope your recovery goes well there, Hobby. I know that's always fun and adventure. It was a good stream last night. Lots of singing going on there. I think last I checked, did you hit 4 hours last night on that? I know it was 3 plus. I just don't know what time it... I'm trying to think what time it ended when your microphone was going wacky. Well, thanks for stopping and say hi. It's great. Good to see you as always. Trying to see if there's any action going on out here now. Yeah, exactly. Some don't count. Yeah, I know. It was like kind of being overdriven, it sounded like. So I don't know if a connection was loose or what was going on. It was kind of odd. It was almost like it was getting overdriven. All right, 2 to 3 days, so it's better than what it could be, that's for sure. True. So are you pretty restricted with the range of motions right now? Oh yeah, Bert, that could do it too. Too many people trying to get on. Later, Bert. Have a good day. Enjoy the field trip. Speaking of trip, I better watch my speed limit here. Well, hopefully, hubby, at least you're feeling better, and that's what counts. And take that road to recovery. I'm not sure how I would do right now. I have no patience. I might become a patient, but I have no patience. Oh yeah, there you go. So you know the area well. It does, but I'll tell you what's not going on this year is ice fishing. I gotta tell you, the lakes were good for a week, and then the warm streak came through, and the ice is, shouldn't take your vehicles out on it now, that's for sure. You know, maybe full-size vehicles, no go. Golf carts, maybe. But it's 35 today. It's been over freezing for the last few days since I got back. Alright, so that's temporary, so that's good. So hopefully just with some yeah, well, you know, ice fishing now is a lot different than ice fishing when we were kids, let me tell you. Now they've got their buildings out on the lake and they got heat in there. It's ridiculous. I remember ice fishing on a bucket. Oh my God, I sound like my grandparents. When I was your age, I walked to school uphill both ways. But I was out on the lakes last year. I didn't fish though. I was busy photographing. So that's what I was up to. But even in the Dakotas, they were at 22 inches of ice last week and are already at 19. And with the warm weather still kind of continuing for the next week or so, it's going to get thinner. So up north is still a little thicker. Down this way, not so much. Stay off my lawn. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it. I'll tell you. There was a card show last weekend when I drove all day Saturday to get back, and I didn't have it in me to go up, much less have a booth at the table at the show, so I called it. Yeah, great to see you, man. And I'm going to do some live streaming probably afternoon and evenings during the week. I'm heading out again to Maryland. I'm heading out Sunday. I'll be there Tuesday. And actually, I'm not sure. I have something else cooking right now, but I'm going to be up in Jersey on Wednesday, possibly Thursday and Friday. And I haven't decided. Probably get back here then. It's 100 times a day. Yeah. No doubt. That's, you know, there's pluses and minuses of all that nonsense. I had actually pondered the idea of photographing for a local company. And after talking to him on the phone, I was like, people are out of your minds. Here's a concept, keep the car in the road. Yeah, if I come your way up to Denver, what I may do is try to time it so it's late spring, and maybe jump on 80 and continue west and try to do a few things west, even though you got to watch out, obviously. Hell, you gotta watch out all the way into the end of July, for that matter. You're blocked. What's up with that? That's odd. Why would you get blocked? That's just total garbage. Yeah, spring is definitely awesome. Last time I was there was 4 or 5 years ago for an end of July shoot. So of course it was 100 degrees. And I knew that if I went up 70 and then took the back roads up to the peaks, I'd catch the cooler weather. So I packed my parka and all my other stuff to do some shooting up there. Which, of course, it was. I was at the Continental Divide. What town is that? I don't remember. But it was 102 in Denver, and by the time I got to where I wanted to go, it was 32. It was snowing, windy, and I was at the edge of a cliff trying to photograph, trying not to get blown off the cliff. But I knew it was going to be cold. So I wasn't too worried about the weather because I knew it was going to be cold. So I was prepared. It was pretty funny packing my parka in the car and leaving the DC area knowing I was going to have 100 degrees all the way out. Still having the parka in there. But happy I did. It's very odd. And I haven't been in there much lately because I've had so much going on. So I've been there once or twice in the last couple of weeks. That's been about it. I know I no longer have a wrench. Yeah, I know all about the Lizzie Borden Mother Teresa syndrome all too well myself. Yep. All too well. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. No clue at all. Can I tell you too, it's weird driving my car after having rental cars every other week now. I just set up and got actually if I got my rental car set for this weekend, I guess I better get on that and get it done. I was wondering about that because I know I had lost mine, but I know that I haven't been in I haven't been on much of the channel. Yeah. I haven't seen him. Last time I saw him, I went right by the old store a few months ago, actually. Because once in a while when I'm going east, I'll actually go up that way and get off at the green field or whatever exit off the turnpike. So usually by the time I get in that area, it's too late at night though. So I've called them a couple times when I'm in the area, but it's so late at night, it's like I don't have time to stop. I've got to keep driving. It's actually warm. It's 35 degrees. So it's actually pretty warm. We're above normal right now. And it's going to be for a couple more, I think for at least another week. In the Dakotas, it's really, they're having a heat wave. I mean, they're up to like 35 They were almost up to 40 yesterday. And they should be sitting at 20 and below zero at night, and they're not right now. So they're having some issues with moisture and kind of get their lands situated. So they're having some warmth now. I understand it's supposed to start cooling down for them, I think, next week as well. But I don't know if it's going to get down to normal for them. I mean, normal's like single digits at night right now. So, it's a little crazy. I was almost tempted to run to South Dakota for a quick day or two, but my schedule's being a little wacky right now. So, I mean, I'm home for literally 5 days, turn around and go back out east. Because that's where I'm getting the stuff booked, so. I might try to head down to Florida later in the month. Belt stores. I don't know. Do you know the whole story behind how all those belts happened, actually? There was a weekend they had an auction at someone's house. And it turns out this guy traveled the country. He actually did belts. He created all these belts. So he had all the shelving for. He would go, I don't know, city to city, to whatever he did. But he handmade these belts, and they were awesome belts. I can't even tell you hundreds and hundreds of belts that he had made they were selling. And they had them on the track. They had display racks. Should have probably bought a display rack, but you know, it was bad enough. I started bidding on these groups of belts, and some came, well, belts and dog collars, dog collars. I don't know, man, I just started bidding because I was a wild man and they were going for nothing. So I started buying one auction. I go, well, these buckles are pretty cool. So I started bidding on more. And dude, I came home with all these belts, and I lost on a few auctions where I would have had even more belts. And I thought, okay, I'll flip these, you know. They're still sitting. I haven't had time to flip anything. I left a couple at John's store because I thought we had to do that. So that's how all the belt things started. It just turned into a monster that day. I mean, I walked back to the car with, between dog collars and belts, I don't know, a couple hundred of them maybe, easily. But the belts that I liked were they had decent buckles. But you know, they're still sitting. It's like, all right, pal, what are you gonna do with all these? So then Paul, when I went to the store with some of the belts, and we hung out in the store, it just kind of took a life of its own from there. So that's the backstory. Yeah, somewhere I have photos. I might even have some videos. Everyone does need a belt. The damn thing is, I don't know what size half these are, you know. But there are some pretty cool ones. They've given a couple away. I've got a pretty cool one I wore to an event once that I was covering. It was like a casino belt. Yeah, I can find the photos and the videos. I'll try to put something together, you guys. So they had this big flatbed in the driveway, and it was just full of leather goods. I mean, it's belts, dog collars. I mean, I think total for all the belts that I have, I paid less than $45. It was ridiculous. And mind you, I bid on probably 3 or 4 other groupings, large numbers of belts that I didn't win. Probably a good thing. And dog collars. Lots of dog collars. Oh, a great deal. That's why I could not do it. I was like, I'm going to keep bidding. This is great. It's Yeah, okay. Ah, you stupid boy, what are you doing? It was pretty fun though. I do like auctions. But this guy, he had leather he hadn't used, he had all his leather making stuff as he had passed. And all the racks that he took out, which I should have probably bought one or two of those just to have. I used to have racking like that put up in my garage. It's just great to hang stuff on and move stuff around. Because they're expensive, I think these racks are selling like there were 3 that would make a triangle, but you could lay them flat too. Each piece of make them flat. They're like $15. It's just like, yeah, it was a little nutty. Or very nutty, depending on how you look at it. Oh. Maybe I could take my belt and stop at a casino. That would be hell no. Oh, these casinos. No, thank you. I thought I was going to have to be in Atlantic City next week, but it doesn't look like the event that I was going to be covering is even happening, so that's too bad. There's an antique store I like to go to, an antique mall that I go to. I was there a couple months ago. And actually I've got a couple of things I want to go back and show that I've picked up there. What do I have? Oh, I got the antique baseball game. I haven't pulled it out of the wrapping maybe once since I've got it home. Months and months ago, so I should pull that out. It's kind of cool. And some other goodies. Not much snow for February. It's kind of like, alrighty. Okie doke. So now we're pulling into the outskirts of Madison. The radio doctor. That lake looks not frozen enough. I froze up, didn't I? Yeah, I just froze up. Come on here. Ah, I hate when that happens. Yep. Alright, well, I don't know if anybody can hear anything at this point, but since we froze, I am going to kill this. And we will hook back around on the way out of town this afternoon. Thanks for stopping by. We'll catch all of you on the return trip and see if the live stream acts a little better. Take care.